Hello all, it's Shifty here, and today we are taking a look at the submissions for the Large Grid Luxury build event on the Discord server. The first one we are going to take a look at is the Luxury House by Task Force 577. We're going to take a look at this during the day, and then we'll come back at night to look at it, because it does look pretty nice at night as well. Got a modern house look. Nice driveway. Some stuff. I don't know if you can hear the music, but there's a little ambient music playing. We've got a beautiful swimming pool using a safe zone. Jump in here, you can see you've entered a safe zone. That is pretty darn nice. Half block deep. Just a wading pool. Would have been cool if it was a little deeper on this side maybe, but I like it. It's a very good effect. They are using a few mods that is completely permissible for this event. These are some modded bushes, and it helps decorate and whatnot. I think this is the only build in the event that actually used mods, but it did turn out really nice. I'm actually going to fly around the outside of this building first. See, they just made a little mock-up driveway for it. Cool little swimming pool. These blocks are a little bit strange on the outside, but they don't look bad. I might have tweaked that just a little bit. Very cool. I like the house. The weldless armor for the roof is kind of nice. It really does give it that smooth look. And they've got the extra tall edges on the sides to kind of cover the fact that it's got all sorts of utilities up here. That's pretty common. It's kind of an industrial thing, but I guess it works for houses too. Top is pretty cool. And there was a way to just climb up there normally. Got a ladder system back here. Very nice. Let's go back to exploring the inside. We got a small grid pool table that I can just kind of push around. It's the lightest pool table in the world. Either that or I'm just super strong. My Space Engineer's mech suit. Okay, now I can't push it. I had to say something. Kind of open form exterior. I do like that. Going inside, it's a door right there. A little bit of a closet that's open. Open to the sky, I do like that. That's pretty cool. Lots of lockers. An access panel. They've got their server behind some glass here. Bathroom? Okay, very good. Got kitchen area. Not bad. A very small little kitchen. Gaming center right here. Nice TV. It's got these little projectors on the side, which is pretty cool. They look like speaker system or something. Interesting effect. And a nice table. Interesting, they got the plants inside, the couch outside. Couch is in kind of a nice spot, I guess. It is not going to get rained on, at least. Let's go upstairs. I like the dark colored tubes. That's kind of a nice effect there. More pool tables upstairs. This person really likes pool. I suppose this almost seems kind of like a resort house. I don't know. Somewhere you would go and maybe you don't live here, but you like just hang out here during the day. Or you just throw parties here and that's all you do. I do think this is a bedroom over here. Yeah. One big bedroom. They got a big old fish tank in their bedroom. That's nice. And they have a full bathroom shower up here. I guess the guests can't shower unless they go into his room. That's okay. Pretty cool. Let's swap the daytime real quick here. And look at this at night. Pretty nice lighting. The pool looks really cool in the dark. Some dark spots in the driveway. Just a little spooky, but pretty cool pool area. Just go for a swim. When you crouch, it's actually kind of like you're swimming. Blow some bubbles. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Let's hop into the other world so that we can explore the other ones in space. The next ships we are going to look at are these ones right here. We're going to start with two made by Kitsy. These two, well, you're only supposed to submit one, but she submitted two, so I don't know. I'm feeling pretty laid back today, so we're going to look at both of them. This first one is the Princess Bright Class Jump Yacht EX. Gosh, I could not remember that name. I had to go look it up. So we're going to come in through here. We do have full airlock there. It's just manual, so as you can see, I just leave doors open like crazy. Got some wood texture in here. Very warm feeling. It's kind of interesting. It's got a very warm feeling floor, and then the walls are a cold color. I don't know how I feel about that. Usually I like keeping my color themes all... I guess they're complementary, kind of. Somewhat. Ooh, projector. Trippy. Every time I see one of these, I think the game's bugging out at first. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They have projector block things now. Screens. This is the control area. A very nice view, I have to say. You do have a lot of room for seeing things here. And we've got our cryo up here. Looks like this is a pretty functional survival ship as well. Medical. Let's go up front here. On the upper deck. This looks like an observation area of some sort. We got a couple of fish tanks and a seat just for looking at the wall on the fish tanks. Very nice. I like it. The seat feels like a tripping hazard, but I guess there's a window here. A little spooky. I rarely use these bigger windows for flooring and whatnot. And usually when I do, I make them dark so that I don't feel uncomfortable walking over them. Like, if I was just walking along here, I wouldn't step onto this if the glass was that clean, because I would think I'm just going to fall. I don't know. It's something I think about in the game a lot. Just like, if this was real, how would I feel about it? We got a shower and a bathroom, and they are kind of separate, which is kind of nice because this is a multi-person room. Someone can use one while someone uses the other. Fish tanks everywhere. I do approve of that. We can go down or we can go back. Let's go back first. This is another airlock. Oh, so many airlocks on this thing. Ah, I can't target that very well because the light's kind of in the way. I guess it's not bad. Flip our lights on. Oh no, a ladder. I guess it's a utility area. I'm not going to use the ladder though. Okay, we got a gyro there, tanks, and another survival kit, redundant survival kit back here. That's always good because we have the medical room up there. Going down, oh, we have a hangar. Nice. Put my lights back off. I have a very blue hangar with a very red ship. I guess it's a nice little speeder. Does look like this is for atmosphere only. I kind of want to test this out now. I wasn't going to do this, but you know what? Let's go test this out. Oh, the battery's off. What the heck? These things I never do. Turning batteries off. Alright. Drive it in first person a little bit. There is a ship, so I can kind of just fly around with it. Just kind of nice. Only has a little bit of side thrust. Ooh. Thought I was going to be sitting comfortably, but this is like a speeder. Okay. Ah, nice. And they just use little ones to lift. I guess they do give enough. Huh. I kind of was expecting a big one underneath here. But I guess you don't really have room for that. I think you could build something like this and have room for a big one, but little ones are just fine. It's kind of cool that it comes with its own little vehicle. And it has a reversing camera too. I wish the connector was on the hotbar. And that the batteries were on the hotbar. Alright, the next of Kitsy's ships is just called space pod. Because, well, he used to be a space pod. Couple sets of doors here. I don't know which one I'm supposed to go in, so I'm going to go in the bottom first. That's not an airlock. Oh, I guess it is an airlock. There's just no vent in this room. Okay. I hear refineries going. This must have been used in survival recently. When it was blueprinted, at least. Bathroom, shower. Not a bad place for one. Got right next to the kitchen. Don't know about that, but maybe. What do we got up here? Oh. A little actual bedrooms. Okay. That's kind of cool. Or cryo over here. This looks like a survival. What are you doing? What are you doing? Interesting. Oh, it's automatic. What is this again? Why is this always a thing? Just online. You just have the word online floating. I would go around that. In real life, if there was this text was here, I would just freaking walk around it almost every time. Just thinking I'm going to run into it. Maybe after like a month of living in this, I would just start walking through it. Honestly, I'd turn it off, but you know what I'm saying. It'd take me a while to get used to walking through floating text. Got a timer block here. I'm guessing that's for doors and whatnot. Okay, yeah, the sensors work. Cool. Fish tanks. Let's go back from here. These are our little side things. This is utility. Got the survival kit jammed up in there. And a big old jump drive. Anything else in here that I can get into and look at? Doesn't look like it. I don't know if this is the luxury ship. I guess it's got wood. It's got yellow wood. This is probably the alien equivalent of mahogany, so pretty luxury. Gosh, what does that yellow remind me of? It reminds me of some movie that had a lot of black and white and then just splashes of color like yellow and red. It's an interesting movie. I don't know why. That's totally, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the inside of this ship. Oh, I shouldn't click the doors. They're actually automatic. And then I click them and it just causes them to shut in my face. Yeah, it's a starter pod converted to something. Got a spinning light there, bunch of ion stuff, and it looks like it's got a good chunk of solar power. So I do like these nice wings made out of solar panels. That's pretty cool. Our next entry is the Regal-Class luxury yacht, which was designed by Kumo. This is the biggest of the ships, actually. I didn't realize how much bigger this was than my ship, because it's kind of similar. Just it's so much wider that it's like double my ship size. Anyway, it is, once my toaster catches up, there we go, 57,000 PCU, 14,000 blocks. Mine is less than half that, which I think is kind of crazy considering mine's almost twice as long. It's just much smaller around. I think this one is mostly done, pretty much a completed vehicle. Mine is absolutely not done, so we're leaving that one to last. This one's got nice automatic airlocks. I'm remembering not to try and spam press buttons. Look at the weight. These are interior thrusters. Crazy. You walk in and the first thing you see are ion thrusters inside. Oh my gosh. Interesting. We're going to start with this. I'm going to start with this and then we'll work our way to that. This is a shrine to staircases, as you can see. I love rooms like this. There's certain ships that I've explored in the past, and they have these rooms that are like hallways, but they're just like staircase hallways. And I just think they're shrines to staircases. It reminds me of early Minecraft. I guess it's not even early. It's just like Minecraft for a long time when villagers used to mate based off of how many doors are around. And you'd make these buildings with just tons of doors. And it's just like a villager spawner. That's what it reminds me of, just with staircases, you know? Every time I see these rooms in Space Engineers, gosh, they have tripping hazards in all of their doorways. It hurts. This could be placed on the top half. All right, fixed. Look at that. It's a light. That's not a tripping hazard. Could you imagine having tube lights? These like neon or fluorescent tube lights on the floor. You like tap this with your shoe and it just explodes. All right, I'm done picking on the floor lights. It's just one of those things. Like I'm having a pretty laid back day. I guess that makes me a little bit picky about things. Oh, this goes into the rest of the ship. Is that everything? Do I see everything back here? Oh. Okay, they're using some sort of script for that, I think, because, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I'm having a relaxed day, and I guess it makes me a little bit picky about things. I give people a hard time. I'm doing it, I missed the train on that one. I don't mean to give these people a hard time. I think the build is super cool. This room actually looks super awesome. I'm just doing it in good fun, you know? I'm not actually angry about anything. I think they did a great job. Look at this room, so many stairs. I just, I don't know. This is the bridge. Hey, now we're running another script. Cool. Damage, weapons, power, gyros. Wait. Okay, yeah, they have the gyros kind of all central. That's good. I always like to check that. I haven't been looking at the functionality of these ships because honestly, that wasn't the mission for this build. It was just luxury. So I'm just looks in my mind is a big part of that. Open feel. I don't know. Whatever you consider luxury. That's very much an opinion thing. We're going to go down and we're going to follow the arrows towards the rest of the ship. Exit, owner room. We already did the owner room, the bridge. Guest rooms, kitchen, pool. Cool. They have a pool as well. I'm going to see if there's anything backwards from here first. We do have engineering. Engineering have more stairs. Oh, wow. This is actually a big area. Tons of interior thrusters. Ooh, wow. Yeah, really. Dang. There's all sorts of cool stuff in here. Oh my gosh. See, I literally just thought that I was going to fall into that. Ugh. Freaks me out a little bit each time I see something like that. All right, let's walk forwards and we got to check that back engineering area. Ooh, what is this? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. The engineering part of this ship is massive. They even have tons of refining. These almost look like giant motors. Giant engines. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. This is neat. Hang on. This is like my favorite part of the ship so far. It's not even the luxury part. It's the engineering part. It's super cool. How do I get into that other room, though? I want to go down there. Keep going back, I guess. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Here it is. Okay. Yep, we explored everything on that level. We're going down. Hey, very cool. Big dangerous thrusters inside. I'm gonna just fly around in here a little bit to get some good views. Nice. This area over here is just thruster room. I love this. It's my favorite room. The industrial rooms and industrial look of this game in general is really cool. Now, I'm going to say something about this. It really doesn't matter in this build, but it's just every time I see this is what I think of, right? If you're going to try and print a ship that has that gyro on this block, unless you're printing like from the direction I'm looking towards that way, you're never going to print that gyroscope. So I don't know. I never do that. I never put gyros specifically because they only attach on one side. I never put gyros or small blocks basically only attached to large blocks. It kind of looks cool though. Yeah, it looks cool. That's all that matters. I just got done saying I really don't care about the function of the ship. It's just all about looks, and I guess that gets a plus for looks. Gyros up there. Yeah, that's a nice engineering room. Nice refining room. Big gate to go into the storage area. I like this room a lot too. So many batteries, holy moly. The ship runs on battery power. Very cool. Is there another room? Does not look like it. So storage. Oh no, my door closed. Okay. Storage, refining, assembling. All very cool. Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm pushing buttons when I don't need to be. Let's go to the front of the ship. Do another airlock. It's good to have airlocks. Hangar and backward lounge. Ooh, a little observation area. Oh, observation for the hangars. Big observation for the hangars. Very cool. I like that. And these are our hangars. Those both say the same thing, but I'm guessing one is open, one is closed. Cool. Points a spotlight. Just points a spotlight at that. That's cool. Oh, it's automatically closing, like all the other doors. I guess you've got a limited amount of time to fly your ship out. Quick pilots. And the back lounge. Let's look at that. Pretty relaxing. Got the big old windows for a nice clear view. I kind of, again, personal preference, but I kind of like the look of windows with more braces in them. So I almost never use anything bigger than a 2x2 window. I use 1x1s and 2x2s for basically everything, no matter how big my space is that I want to put a window in. Cryo and medbay. Okay, we got a couple cryo for some of the crew. Little medical area there. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Good to have. In case any of your clients come down with COVID, you can stick them in cryo. Keep the rest of your luxury crew safe. Guest rooms. 2 rooms over here. These are going to be big rooms, aren't they? Oh, stay open. Yep. Big, expansive, open room. Kind of nice. They have their own cryo as well. Jeez. This must be a long-distance cruiser. Oh, there's no ceiling in this bathroom. Interesting. Huh. Not what I expected. Is this room the same? Does look like it. Guessing that's just mirrored across. Up top here is just the bed, right? Yep, just a bed. Cool. Someone's getting seasick because I just spun too much. Try to refrain from doing that as much as I can in my videos, but there's only so much you can do. Kitchen. Hey. Nice big kitchen. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is super cool. I need to use this in some of my builds. They've got that the duct block with a window in front of it and a heat vent behind it. Looks like a really nice oven. I do like that a lot. I don't know if I put the glass in the front, but this whole oven look is perfect. And they even use the ones with the grates in the top. So it has like a ventilation on the top too. And look at this. It's even actually ventilated on the top. Okay, those ovens are some of the coolest big ovens I've seen. Very creative. Definitely going to use that in the future. I'm guessing this is what was gonna be the swimming pool. They just don't have... I wonder if they have the safe zone set up. Maybe I have to turn it on. Oh, maybe they have a projector that actually does it. I need toggles. Oh, water on off. Okay, never mind. I don't need to toggle anything. Yes, they are using a projector instead of a safe zone to do the water. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see how this looks with our lighting being a little bit different. Oh, I can't change the time of day in this world. Never mind. I was going to say it probably looks decent or looks different without the sun shining on it, but it looks decent with the sun too. That's kind of the other way to do water, is to use a projector instead of a safe zone. And the projector is something that you can do on a vehicle that's moving, such as a spaceship. So it kind of makes sense that they use the projector in this one. Instead, I was going to use a safe zone on mine because I really like that water effect you can get with the safe zone. I think I'm going places you're not supposed to go. Oh my gosh, they have like a parkour area on this vehicle. You can just run back here, jump back and forth. That's what I'd be doing if I was on this ship. Ugh, breaking my ankles. All right, let's go up this cool tower. Make everyone sick again. Close your eyes. Yep, it just goes up top here to the parkour area. Very neat. I do like it. I think we've seen everything on the inside of this ship. I'm just gonna blast through a window and take a look around the outside real quick. It is my favorite shape, which is the brick. So can't complain about that. Bunch of thrusters up top. Bridge, a bunch of thrusters. Okay. Yeah, this big bottom area. It's all that utility. Utilities are pretty cool. I kind of like the way the bottom of this one looks. I think this is just all the ribs and the detail on the bottom here does look nice. Cool. That is going to be it for that one. We're going to move on to my half, well, honestly, like 10% complete Hunk-o-Junk over here. I do have a bunch of individual rooms done, so the interior might be interesting to look at, but yeah. It's partially finished. If you're ever submitting stuff for build events, or you just don't get time to finish stuff for build events, feel free to submit it anyway, because I will still look through them. It's still good to give inspiration to other people with what you have completed, so yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to look through mine. I have lots of little rooms. I kind of did a lot of small detailing in the areas that are actually complete. And then there's a bunch of areas that are entirely incomplete. And then there's weird things like this, like projectors, which for some reason are projecting in completely broken locations. So I don't know what that's about. Just try to ignore it. Where do we go in? This thing's so incomplete that there really isn't a main entrance. I guess this is it. Ah, right. Yes, so this is the main airlock for the ship. You've got a little side room here. This actually goes down to what was going to be an observation area. Another airlock. So right here, there's going to be like railings and, you know, it's not complete. Yep, I know. There's a lot of ladders on something that I built. It's blasphemous. But I actually don't hate ladders as much as I pretend to hate ladders. I think they're really cool. They're just really slow, and they're not super satisfying to actually use. That's what bothers me about ladders, is that they have potential to be one of my favorite blocks in the game, and they just aren't. So this is the main back lobby area. Not decorated or anything, just kind of set up with access points to where different rooms are going to be. This is the back hangar. I like the way the hangar looks. It needs a whole lot of paint though. You can access the hangar through this one. I think this is the, well, what is eventually going to be the hangar access. And it is a top opening hangar, which will have small fighter jets or just exploration flying vehicles parked in it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the pool next. Up top there is my pool area. Yes, of course I have pool area. And I also have everywhere you'll see ramps and staircases, because I wanted to make this handicap accessible. Yes, I have wheelchair accessible luxury ship. That was the goal. Anyway, this is a disaster of a room right now because it is still being constructed, but the swimming pool will be right here. I'm going to use probably a projector whenever I'm in flight, and then when I park this, I will set up a safe zone so that we can get that real nice water effect in it. But pretty relaxing room. Some tables around the edges. A very slippery way in and out because I did not want arbor edges around it, so this is all half block stuff. I guess I could have still gone for stairs, and I probably should, but I'm not super worried about that. We've got a little hot tub or whatever over here that'll be filled with water as well, and a snack bar. Get some ice cream or something, some cold drinks. Chill, sunbathe, get irradiated by a star, you know, nice area. This is a little rest station towards the front of the vehicle, just off from in here. Back behind this wall is access to crew-only regions. So this will get you into our little bar there. And back from here, this is the captain's quarters. Kind of have their own big private room, and it is really close to the bridge you'll see in a second. I did use the ducts a whole lot in this build. Instead of using conveyors to run things, to run air flow to places so that I could get air in different places, what I did is I put ducts going to those places, and then I have a central room with a whole bunch of different, what are they called? Air vents. I have a room with a whole bunch of air vents attached to ducts that go to the different places in the ship, and that's just to save tons of PCU. And lag and whatnot. I'm probably not helping with lag because it's like a weird airtight region then, but it saves a heck of a lot on ducts. So this is the bridge, which is also accessible, as you can see. And look around up here. The main flight seats right here. Currently has a hole in the floor. Don't worry about that. Right, coming back out in the rest area. This is the back stairwell, or actually the front stairwell, the main front stairwell. A little bit decorative. And then we've got our little pub right here and our diner. I have all of these things set up to put banners on and different stuff like that. I just never actually did it. These are the guys that are projecting in places that they shouldn't be projecting in. Yeah, see, all I have to do is toggle them off and back on, and you can see they have this interesting effect where they're like a projected blind. And I really like that, so that's why I have all those there. They look cool when they're working right. I don't know why they're not working right. But this is the little diner. A little pub. People working back there, and behind the pub is the main kitchen for the ship. We've got a bathroom over here. This is for the guests. And this is access into the kitchen. In between the floors that are for guests, I have an entire floor in this ship that is for workers. It's like a half floor. So this is where some of the workers eat. The crew that runs the ship. This ship is kind of a like a cruise ship. You'll see in a little bit where all the people's rooms are. It's kind of a cruise ship. This goes into where the crew eats. This is the crew cafeteria. It's right below the swimming pool, as you can see. That's why the top is blue. Oh, this line is don't bring food past this line, because now you're going into the functional parts of the ship. These are crew rooms over here. They're kind of just tiny bunk rooms with lots of beds. Crew bunk room. You can see I've got my ducts going to the crew rooms. Each of these crew rooms is a little bit different because the space I'm fitting them into is different. But we've got a whole ton of crew that can stay here. This exits from the crew room back into the public area, the area where guests will be. So there's like a guest part of the ship and a crew part of the ship. Crew bathrooms here. Bathroom, shower room, la-di-da-di-da. And coming down from the crew area, you go into the engineering area. This is where all of the functional stuff in the ship goes. Storage. This is like a laundry area. These are my industrial laundry machines. I don't know. Ironing table, blah, blah, blah. I swear this was labeled, but this goes back to another engineering region. And this up here goes down into something. Oh, yes. So this is access to more engineering for all of the thrusters and different things, gyros and whatnot. And it's a back way to get into the front hangar region. So there's like, there's back doors to everything in this build. There's areas where guests will go, and then there's always back areas where the crew would go, where workers would go. See, now we're back. This is actually in the area where guests would be. So we have the main guest staircase and then the crew area. We'll go up the guest staircase. This is probably super confusing, but basically the whole ship is divided into two regions, the crew area and the guest area. And the two regions meet at like 50 different points, and you can kind of go between them. But you can get anywhere in the ship pretty much through either of the regions without going through the other. So that you can have all the crew running around and getting to different parts of the ship without having to walk through areas where the guests are. And all the guests can get to every part of the ship without going through areas where the crew is. So there's that like separation kind of. So this is all guest area here, and all the guest area is like big and spacious, and all the crew area is just like minimal, functional, get where you need to go. This is the front hangar. I really like the front hangar because it's a 2-story hangar, and this little walkway is on a piston, so people can come out here and then they can jump in airships on the top, and then this can slide over and people can jump in airships on the other side. And it was just an easy way to do that with like a mobile platform, so that when the platform's over here, those ships can detach and fly out, and when the platform's pushed to that side, these ships can detach and fly out. I thought that was kind of a neat idea, so I really wanted to just make it work, and it does kind of work. So yeah, that's the access in the top part of the hangar, and down those stairs where we were before is access into the bottom part of the hangar. This is the front stairwell, a continuation of the main front stairwell. And that's the other part that we came down in. That's the diner over there. Big lounge area, kind of the port lounge. You can see towards the front and backs of the ship. I had to add these blinds so you couldn't look straight into the resident rooms, the apartment rooms, because I thought that was a little bit awkward. So coming to the front here is the first set of private rooms for the guests. I haven't done any of the ones on the right side. I've only done ones on the left side. So we'll look through a couple of them. They're all very smashed, so they use every available space that there is. There's no, like, very few block room areas where you could place something in here. Now, I thought that was appropriate for guest rooms in a cruise ship. See, there's a bunch of beds up here. Everyone's kind of got their own little sleeping space up top. A couple benches, so you can kind of just look out, relax. So you can see now I can't really be seen when I'm in my room from the public lounge. I like that. It feels better. Take a look at a couple more of these rooms because they are pretty much all different. Yeah, this is a double room, so it's attached to the room next to it. See, this area's got kind of a kitchen, little lounge. This one over here has different stuff. Still has a little bit of a kitchen, so they're each functional independently. But if you have a bigger group, then you can kind of rent out both sides and go back and forth between them if you want. each have bathrooms. This here, oh, it's not quite the front room, just another small room where we actually get to the front. Relaxing little region. And the front room is kind of like a penthouse room. I don't know why I don't have any lights in here yet, but I never got around to it. So you've got a kitchen area, a big old table for hosting a bunch of the other guests on the ship. Nice lounge region right here. And it's got a second floor to it, this room, that's kind of a little more open. Here is a little bedroom downstairs. Private 2-person bedroom there. Nice fish tank. And then you go upstairs and you've got a little more observation room just to walk around and hang out. And then a main bedroom with a bathroom shower of its own. Another couple beds and another room. 2 beds once again in this one and its own bathroom and shower. So it's like a small multi-bedroom apartment kind of, this front area. So there's 6 beds, a table with 8 chairs in case they want to have guests over. And then I haven't done any of the rooms on the other side here. So you can kind of see I have marked on the outside. The rooms have, this is how many guests can stay in the separate rooms here. And then these are all going to be guest rooms, completely unfinished. Bunch of guest rooms there. I did finish some more guest rooms on the other side, but it's not symmetrical at all. So I got guest rooms there. These guest rooms down here are done. You can see I marked them as well with numbers on how many guests can be there. These are like the economy, more economy rooms where you're just like packing people in. Yeah, these are guest rooms. These are all complete. And then above them, these are those crew rooms I was showing you before. Kind of like bulk, just bunk rooms for the crew. And I think we missed a couple things. We're going to come back in through the back. Recognize this area. I do have a long hallway. This is what attaches the back lobby to the front lobby. Just a nice hallway. Here's more ducts for various things. And now we're in the front lobby area again. Let's get into, we'll go downstairs here and we'll go into the engineering area through one of the many doors that goes into it. It's kind of in an awkward spot, but this takes us back in here. This is actually the area where I have all of my little air vents. My air vents are all like behind this row. And that's what feeds into all the different areas of the ship. So this is like the main air area. And this is a tiny little private room for maybe an engineer to stay in. I had room, so I used it. It's like every one of my ships is like this. There's a tiny amount of room to do something with, and I used it. That's why this ship is about, I don't know, 10% done. It's about the size that it's going to be when it's completed, but it's only about 10% done. So we're going to go back now into my engine room. It's down this awkward little area. This is the engine room. We've got, of course, a survival kit right away in here in case someone has some problems. A couple big reactors. This, that, and the other thing kind of in here. And then the engine engineers, they have their own room back here. So there's a couple beds, 3 bunks, a desk, a couch, a bathroom, everything they need so they don't have to really enter the rest of the ship if they don't want to. They can just be right by the engines in case there's anything crazy that happens that they need to take care of in the middle of the night. This goes to the jump drive area, more engine room stuff. So we've got this little area here, and then all of the jump drives in the side here. And there are 3 on each side. This is an airlock which goes, well, I guess it's not an airlock. I thought it was an airlock. This is actually outside. This is not airtight here. This goes to all of the gyro thrusters, this, that, and the other thing, hydrogen production. Things like that. Refineries, you can see we actually looked through those windows before. ship is a giant maze because it was not master planned. It was just kind of built as I thought of ideas. This walkthrough is going to be a freaking hour long. Ridiculous. Tripping hazards everywhere. I hate it, but I can't do anything about it. That was the only way I can make that airtight. This goes back into the main part of the ship. This is just down the staircase from the back lobby. So there's like upper back lobby and then lower back lobby. And this has a big window. You can park this over a planet. People can look and see down there, which is kind of cool. This goes into a hallway, which will have guest apartments. So that's what this long hallway is. I haven't built any of them, so they're just kind of open. And on the other side is the guest rooms. These ones are completed. I guess I can look through one of them. This is the more economy guest room. You got a couple beds over here. This is where the bathroom is. And then if you go up the stairs, you have a bunch of beds up here as well. Well, I guess it's just 2 beds in this case. I think these rooms here are slightly different. Yeah, so this one has a whole bunch of beds up top. Don't mind the person outside that doesn't have a muffler. They're just being extremely loud for no reason. Yeah, that's the guest rooms for that. Someday, hopefully I'll be able to finish this ship, but it's not high on my priority list. I got really burnt out on this project. We had 2 months to do it, and I feel like I got pretty far, but I'm nowhere near done. I probably spent 20, 30 hours on this build so far, maybe more. And I feel like I still have at least 100 hours worth of building to get this to the point where I feel like it's mostly done. And then probably another 15 hours of polishing different things here and there. I need to do a major run over the exterior to do a ton of shaping, and it's just a really big project. So maybe someday I'll get back to it. But for now, that is going to be it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything on my build, that build, or any of the other builds. That's going to be it for this walkthrough. Hopefully you got some cool ideas from these ships. They were pretty fun to look through. And if you want to get involved in future events, head over to the Discord. In the event talk channel, the pinned messages, that's where you got to check that out. Discord's open to everyone. Definitely feel free to stop by any time. But for now, I will see you in the next one.